What's up guys? So on today's video I'm going to cover something that I've been asked by several YouTube members on how I do this. I'm going to cover how I weather my N-scale cars. How I weather my N-scale cars may be completely different how someone else weathers their cars. So it's just a combination of several different people I've learned from and made it my own. So let's go ahead and get to weathering. Alright, for this video we're going to weather a Athearn 50-foot Railbox boxcar. Yellow is one of the easier colors to weather. So if you're just starting out, my advice, get a yellow car. You can't mess them up. I mean, here's one I did just the other day, or last night really. I mean, you can't, it's really hard to mess up a yellow car. Let's get into the stuff that you're going to need to properly weather. You're going to need an airbrush, gloves, which this is so you don't get fingerprints on your car. A lot of people don't see this as a vital thing, but gloves, get them. You can get a pack of them of 50 for like $3 at Walmart. No reason why you shouldn't have them. And believe me, fingerprints will jack up a fantastic car in a heartbeat. So get some gloves. Paint brushes for paint, and paint brushes for your chalks. Galleria brand paint. I've used a few other paints on this, but Galleria is the one that I get the best texture with. Makeup sponges. Guys, if you're scared to go get these because you're afraid what someone will think of you, have your girlfriend, wife, friend that's a girl go get them, or you can go get them yourself. That's my advice on that, but you need makeup sponges. Finally, you need AIM weathering powders. These are the best in my opinion. So I get some. I use a like a dark brown color, this color which is like a rust color, and I use black. You need a hair dryer. I learned this technique from Al Mayo, so you don't have to wait. Nothing more annoying, especially on an N-scale car, than having to wait, especially if you just want to do a whole car in one night. So I use a hairdryer. And then you're going to want to get an air compressor of some sort. I just bought a cheap pancake style one from the local Harbor Freight. No, it wasn't Harbor Freight. I bought one from the local Harbor Freight type store. So get one from there, and it cost me like $80. Airbrush, hairdryer, that's basic stuff you're probably going to spend about 60, 70, 80 to $100, let's say, on your needed supplies for weathering. First thing you're going to do is take the axles and the trucks off. With the Athearn boxcars, these have screws on them. Some just pull out, but the Athearn brand ones have screws in the bottom, so you're just going to take that out. Alright, and this is what you have once that's done. Alright, next you're going to take your fade mixture, which I just keep it in a big bottle because I use this color a lot. You're going to take this color and just pour some into your airbrush bottle. Screw the lid on. Go ahead and put some gloves on because you're going to need them for the rest of this. Gloves. Alright, take your airbrush, put your color that you're wanting underneath it. Whoops. And go ahead and spray it on something. I'm going to spray it over here off screen, and make sure that you've got the right airflow coming out to paint. Alright, and once you've sprayed it and you've got the air flowing out like you want it, go ahead and take your car. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, take your car and then just start away on the opposite side of it and start spraying across. It's alright if you don't get it in the first coat. It's going to take a few coats of this white to do that. So I'm probably going to do about 4 or 5 coats of white, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, as you can tell, I have faded this side down, and I'll just switch into the other side. That's the new side, and this is the faded side. You can tell that it already makes it look like the sun has reached the yellow and faded down. So let me continue on the rest of the car with the same technique. You're going to do 5 coats, 5, 6, however many you want to do to make it look faded. So let me continue the rest, and we'll come back to you when we're done with fading it down. Don't forget to weather the bottom as well. This is what it's looking like so far. But don't forget to weather the bottom as well. And do the top as well. Next you're going to switch to your overspray layer, which is a reddish, actually it's just brown mixed with some white and water to get it to the consistency of like a milk. Go ahead and screw your top on for that. Grab your airbrush again after you've cleaned out the white from the previous layer. You're going to clean this out so you don't contaminate the brown layer. And then with this layer, you're going to do a very, very light coat. I mean, really, really light. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, my overspray layer is complete. You just kind of want it to be like a reddish tint, or really whatever amount you want on it. I'm going for a more heavier weathered rail box, so that's what I'm going for. Again, don't forget to do the bottom and the top as well. Alright, so you're going to take the raw umber and the makeup sponge, and we're going to make rust on the top and a few other rust spots to where it looks like the rust is starting to, you know, eat the metal away. Alright, you're going to take the makeup sponge and just kind of figure out the pattern you want to do. Basically, I know that mine's going to go all the way across the top, so you just want to dab it, kind of get a texture going. Don't be afraid to you know, do a little bit here and then such as like right here, we're going to go all the way across the car. Grab a little more. And we're going to go all the way across the car with this one. And this spot where water would collect all the way across the car. And we're kind of dab that out. Come all the way down the car, all the way up the car. Find another spot where we're going to go all the way across the car. Take some more of that off there because we don't want it that much. There we go. Find another one where we're going to go all the way across the car. Grab a little more paint. Just dab it on. It's not complicated. Just as long as you make it, you know, not too thick. But if it is too thick, we'll work that out in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to speed this up, and we'll come back to you when I'm done with it. Alright, now we're going to do the side of the car, and we're going to kind of do where the door would slide back and forth. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's basically what we're going to do. Let me do this up and I'll come back to you. Now that layer is done, let's go ahead and do the next layer. It looks pretty crappy at this current moment, but we'll make it all blend together here in a minute. Now to give this layer some depth and some highlight, we're going to take the burnt umber and do the same technique but less to kind of highlight depth. Alright, so you're going to take this layer and just kind of dab it, because it's lighter, on top of the previous layer. to kind of give some depth. Almost like the middle of the rust is pitting away. Alright, see how it gives a little bit more depth. So let me do the next step. The next step, you're going to take a micro brush and take the darker, I think it's, what is it? You take the raw umber on the micro brush and you're just going to kind of dab it on in some spots. I know it looks really kind of polka dotted right now, but I kind of found the next move. I found out the next move that we're going to do by accident. I mean, you can do too many, but in real life, rust is everywhere. So, especially on these rail box cars, which are now rust buckets. Alright, so let's do one more there and one there, and then flip to the other side. Do the same thing on this side. What the heck, we'll do one right there and right there. Alrighty, so that's all on there. Let that dry thoroughly. Let that layer dry. And then we'll go to the next step here in a minute once it dries. Alright, now that that's dry, you're going to take a little cup full of water, which I use cough syrup cups. You can buy them at any drugstore for like really cheap for a big pack of them. And I take some water in that, and I take a brush, preferably one that's kind of thick that you can kind of drive with or sculpt with or scrape with, I guess you would say. You're going to wet it. Okay? And this is the part where it kind of gets confusing why you did all the other steps. You're going to wet wash this. And these little spots, you're just going to kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not, these little spots, you're just going to kind of take away what you don't want on them and push the other little spots down and away, because it's going to look like pits and you know, gouges once you've done it. And that's what you want. You want pits and gouges. So go ahead and keep doing this, and just kind of, you know, push until it breaks away. I don't know if you can see that or not. Basically wet it until it breaks away. And the whole car is going to get it's going to run together, and down here at the bottom of the door it's going to look white. But don't worry, you're going to fix that with the weathering powders. So let me go ahead and do this, and we'll get back to you guys. Alright, now once that's layer, you're going to want to dry it off, and then we're going to start the next layer. Alright, the next step is to take your weathering powders and go over the entire car, basically. Just kind of highlight your rust areas. Like, stay in the center of that last layer on the roof that you did. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just kind of gives that layer of, that third layer that you're needing to try and tie it all together. Alright, now once that's all done, on the top layer, you're just going to drag it across and just kind of bleed it all together, I guess would be the best way to say it. If you need to grab them a little more, do so, but dump the excess off on your thing. Just kind of drag it all together, because we're going to tone this layer down. So just go ahead and drag it across. Alrighty, and then now do the same on the car sides. Brush it all on there. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back to you guys. And you're going to notice that the quality of video changes at this point. Genius me forgot my other extra batteries at work, so the 5D just kind of died. So yeah, but here it is so far. I don't know that you can see that. There you go. There it is. It's kind of hot. Kind of really hot actually. It's back like that. But yeah, there it is. You can see it's kind of red. Now that that's done, we're going to take some Krylon Crystal Clear and spray it. Now I'm going to go outside and do this part because I learned my lesson a long time ago that if you spray inside, you will get a headache. It will make you nauseous, and it's just a horrible idea. Actually, do all your airbrushing in a well-ventilated area. I actually have the window open back here in the back, which you probably can't tell, and I also have the fan going really high up top. So anyway, let me go outside and spray this Crystal Clear to kind of lock in this first layer of weathering powders, and then we'll come back and do the next layer. Alright, we've sprayed the crystal coat on, so let's go ahead and do the next layer of weathering powders. It's really hot on top. You're just going to kind of highlight the middle of the rust spots that you did earlier. And this layer we're not going to spray Krylon on, so just be careful when you touch it after this, because you will get this stuff on your hands. But it's not as bad as I just made it sound. It'll come off. I don't know if you can see the top there, but that's the top. So let me go ahead and do the sides. And there we have it, another completed car. Alright, for the trucks, we're going to take the makeup sponge again, on our darker color, and then we're just going to kind of dab it on. There we go. Let's see if you can see that or not. It's going to look like that. Go ahead and do the other side. Don't forget to do the tops and the bottoms of it. If you have an excess, just kind of turn the sponge over and dab it off a little bit. This is basically just giving our weathering powders something to grab onto, because you can't really put weathering powder straight on plastic. They kind of need some teeth to grab onto, and that's kind of what this layer of paint does. Alright, let me do the other truck. Okay, now we're going to grab that chalk and I'll just kind of place it on our truck. As you can see, place on the truck. There we go. Do the other one. Now I'm going to go spray these real quick with the dull coat, and then we'll be done. Alright, now we're going to take the black weathering powders, and we're going to make where the wheel splatter up. That's a characteristic a lot of people forget when they weather, but it's a kind of important one, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. This, remember, go up. I don't know if I can get to it. Just go up with it. Do this one here. Just drag it up. There you have it on that side and that side. Let's go ahead and put the wheels back on. And there we have it, one completed boxcar. Let's turn around. There's the front of it, the other side of it. Here we go. See, it's a little darker than the other one, but you put them together, and they will look pretty sweet rolling down my track. So yeah. Alright guys, so I hope this video helped you out on how to do some basic weathering, the things you need to do some basic weathering. And if you have any other questions, please comment below, message me, go on Facebook and search up Shelby and Hudson Model Railroad Group. That is my group dedicated to my layout. Just ask to join, I will approve your request. Also, don't forget to watch my previous video, Steven Johnson's N-scale rock layout in his room. It's a double-deck multi-layout. I'll put a link right here. Yeah. Hope this helped you guys out, and look out for more videos in the future. I'm hoping to start seriously doing a video to come out every Saturday through Monday. So my schedule varies, so it'll be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday that I put it out. But I'm going to start trying to be consistent with putting one out every Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, whichever day I happen to have off to where I can upload a video. So anyway, have a great day, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.